that done. Forward, yep. There we go. Looks like it's been broke somehow. Maybe? I might do it, I'm not sure. I got a headrest. How we doing? Alrighty, so another beautiful day. Cold, -7 overnight, so quite cold. But at least it's sunny out and it'll warm up fairly quick here. Today's job is to trash and recycling has to go in. We got to try and clean up some of the house and some of the stuff we've been collecting up and not taking. Lambing is coming down to the wire. We're getting pretty close. I keep expecting to possibly see a little surprise out here that may have come early, but hopefully not. I still got to get to work on the tractor, possibly this afternoon. We'll see how things go. We don't have a lot of farm trash down here. That bucket isn't even full of wire yet, or rope, twine from these things. So we're looking all right. Hi, Georgia. You guys are blocking the gate. So yeah, garbage and recycling today is going to be done. And then that's it. The horses need to move off of this pasture out here. Well, the other 85, 70, whatever acres. I don't know what's out there. The land. They need to move into this pen, but we need to go get their water trough, which is over by across the creek where we were feeding them. And we need to go get hay for them because we are out of horse hay, which usually it's stored right about here. But we are out. But thankfully we do have a source for that, so we've just got to see if today or tomorrow we can go grab that. The horses aren't out of food. The grass is coming in. See this? But we don't want the horses mowing this type of stuff down out there. So what you're looking at right now is we've only got one blade up of grass. And if the horses take this blade off of this grass, there's nothing else to get the sun and grass food into the root structure, and you want to grow your root structure right now. So this is coming up, and then once the next leaf or two spreads, then we'd be better let the horses and the critters out. But right now, with just single leaf shoots right now, you want them off of there because look at how green it's getting. So the plan is horses go move in here, they get their water in here, we'll be able to water from the house down to here, they'll have a full bale in here, good to go. So that might happen either today or tomorrow, we don't know yet. Carrie's booking that stuff up. So the limiting factor on the horses is we cannot feed them like an alfalfa hay because Rodney cannot have an alfalfa hay because being a pony, he is really effective at converting feed into fat, and it will make him sick. So this stuff would work really good. This hay is really grassy, so we can feed them a high quality grass. Rodney's better on that. We can't separate them because then they freak out and the stress gets to them. So and we just don't have another pen here for Rodney to go in and the big horses to go into. So the way we do it is we just give them all the same feed and supplement if we have to with like a grain for the horses. The big guys, because Larry's older, he needs a little bit better. Willow doesn't need as much because she's a young, effective converter of feed to fat. So Larry does need a little bit extra, and he can get his bucket when he moves here. That said, we got to be careful because they are range horses and mountain horses. So they are kind of used to the colder, warmer, thriving on less. They're not high performance sport horses, so we can't really give them a lot because then other issues show up. So it's all about feed management, my friends. I also didn't get around to doing the oil changes on these vehicles yesterday, so maybe I could crank that out quick. Yeah, show don't tell, but I don't know what I'm going to be showing because I don't know what I'm doing. So, Kathy. Let's see how the Diesel Mahal made it. Oh, made it all right. Okay. You all right?
Yep.
Good. It is a rough truck. Oh, that one's hooked still. What's up? Okay, sounds good. Good enough? Good enough. Okay, I gotta get the hobcat. I don't think we need the heater on. Fuel shut off, throttle up. Key doesn't need to be on as long because it was running earlier. Oh. And don't forget to turn the electrics off. Oh. That's a good spot for it for now. I gotta go get a cutty knifey thingy. Throw these jerry cans into the back. The Hobcat doesn't actually need fuel yet. So these are just spares for now. Okay. Yeah, it's all that straw. This stuff looks pretty good. It's just that bottom side that was a bit. Let them make a mess out of it. They eat it too slow if they got the net on, eh? Well, they don't eat it at all. They're little tubbies. Tubies. The bottom isn't quite. Ooh, got it. Just broke on me. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't think it's as nice as their last ones. But it's not bad.
It has been out all fucking winter.
They'll enjoy it. Oh, this side looks really grassy-ish. This looks really good. It's just the outer 6 inches. Look at this inside stuff. Looks great. Look at that. Oh, this is really grassy. They'll like that.
Yeah.
So they're fine. We just gotta wait for them to show up wherever they are.
Yeah.
I see Rodney's butt up there.
Huh?
There's a Rodney butt up by that tree. I can see Rodney's butt. You lambs were interested in the horses, weren't you? Hey guys. Hey Larry. Larry! Hi bud. Carrie got these guys all in yesterday afternoon. Oh, somebody's been in this shed already. They got the really good looking hay. They pulled the edges off. It looks really good. Bit of freeze, buddy. Nothing a big guy like you can't handle. Fearless and Softy Girl. You guys were really interested in the horses. Never seen nothing that big, have you? I'm not up close. Oh yeah, shedding season. Yes, it's shedding season. Alrighty, so let's get this Liberty bunch of work done on this today. So I got to do an oil change on this, which I think I've shown that a few times. It's really quick. Take the front end off, drain the oil, get into the oil filter, and then I also am going to go and try and fix that headrest. So this is what they call an active restraint headrest when you're in a car accident. Oh, come on, lift up. You get that whiplash, your head slams forward. There's supposed to be this little thing here will sense when you're in an accident, open up. There's a bar that sits through here that retains this to here, and then when you're in an accident and the whiplash happens, this seat releases so your head doesn't do that slam back. But as you can see, the anchor is broke. This is the actual safety latch that lets go. These are just anchors, so we can fix these up. The battery's a bad place, but just like that, son. Little Torx bit on the end of these. 3 of these, easy. Ain't no worry, son. This is aftermarket, so yours might not have it. Well, these ones might not have because we put LEDs in here. You could twist or you could unsnap the connector that looks like that. That would go straight into the back of the light. I think what I'm going to do while that oil filter is draining is start on the seat back of this. Okay. Those just, I don't like the way that came off, but it came off. Forward, yep. There we go. That's a greasy mess. Just to confirm they're the same. Yep, perfect. Filter's on and tight, plug is tight. I did check that out, so that's good. So it's just oil. some of the debris out of there for now. Okay, onto this thing. These clips here, we'll get back onto this. They fit into there, but you see they slide into here. So I'm gonna probably put those back. I'm thinking I'll put these in here because then we can slide that pieces in around this bar and then we pop that down. So, but this plug has to be undone and then we can undo this and this should slide all the way up. I think there's a pin right there to undo this side. So after a quick one to Office Depot, I think this should be enough. Yep. Should probably. There we go. Alrighty. Well, this injection pump, it needs to be done, but not right now. Alright. How the heck is this all together? This piece here looks like it's been broke somehow. Like that, maybe? Like that, maybe? We'll figure it out. I think I'm going to be JB welding this. This for the retainer up at the top. But the big thing I got to get is that clip that goes through there and into here. So let's see what I can figure here. So the way this thing works is you got to just sort of pull it down to clear this spot here. So this all has to come down and then it can go back. So you see if you go, watch right there. So down first. So if we go down and then we go back. Oh, that's tight. That'll work. Oh, that's under an immense amount of force. Okay? So this is the pin here that needs to be reset. So that pin needs to be locked in there. And then once it's locked in there, it should be able to latch into this little clip in here. Now, I don't think, I wonder how I can release that clip. Because this should be open and then I can reset it once it's open. I'm gonna have to figure out how I can reset that. Well, I got this big chunk here, JB welded. We'll see how it does. It's old quick set that I had sitting around. I'm hoping it'll lock. This is the first part. This is number one, and then we'll work on the next part after. I know the next part is the most important, but we'll see how this does here first. So I'm just looking over this while this is setting here. This pin goes through, you can see right in there. And you can see where the one side broke and the other side's gonna break. I'm thinking of taking this pin and putting a piece of plate across the back and then tie wiring that around the pin on this end, around a piece of plate here, and then all this force of this pin holding these two heavy springs. These springs are wicked heavy. That pin and that plastic is the only thing keeping this headrest in when you're, when this is pushed in and latched. So I'm thinking a piece of plate over here will put all that force over this big wide surface area. And it should be better because this pin does not need to move. It shouldn't break out of here. Like I said, it releases from this sensor here. This is supposed to stay latched. All right, so I cut this template out. It should fit right there. Where we got holes, we can drill through this piece if this is steel. And if it is steel, I cut it out here. This is some 18 gauge sheet steel I had from a scrap metal bin. Yeah, that'll work. I did leave it a little bit to curve over that edge there, so I think I'll try and do that. Seems like that should fit pretty good. So if I just run a couple of holes there, I could go through this side here. Just be concerned that I'm going to be putting a lot of force on an area that doesn't have a lot of restraint there. Well, let's just put it there and see how she does. Doesn't have to be perfect for what we're doing here. We're not looking for perfect. We're looking for good enough. Okay, so that pin is in there. This goes on this way. I wonder if I should paint that before I even test this. No, we'll just test it. Get to find out the tension strength of rebar wire, I guess. Should probably. That might do it. I'm not sure. That might be it. So these clip into here. And what's our clearances look like? Actually really good. So here's our little latch mechanism that this bar goes through. I got this all off. There was 2 pins here and then the whole thing slid down, but you see this goes in here. This is our inertia sensor. This will pop in. This normally sits here so that this doesn't move up too far. So this will sit up here. And then when it goes into, this will drop and then this will fall down and then the springs will overcome this and the whole thing will fly out. So this will sit right there. And then those are open, like they're free to open, and then that pin should fall out through there. So this is how we want to set this up, within this position, because then when we push the pin in, we should be able to pop that up. I don't think there's any access here, but it should work. All right, back from lunch. So just thinking here, if this tie wire doesn't work, I can easily make a piece of metal that comes up the sides and has a bar across it and just make this whole thing at the bottom that fits up and knock this whole thing out. And we'll just make it one piece that bolts in from the bottom. And that should take the force, because trying to fit this together right now, I didn't realize how much force is actually on this. So on these, I'm having a hell of a time getting it in. I might have to take this out to the vehicle and get this on, because then I can use the seat as a leverage to help me. So I'm gonna try and get this back together though, because I think it would be easier, I don't know. So I just got this latch together. So this is all holding now. You can see right there is the clips in the wire. So now I've just got to get this attached to here. So that's going to be a bit of an issue. I had to pop this piece off of here because the bolt has to feed in through here. Like it should have been put together before, but I'm trying to, yeah. Well, that took a bit of work. I'm not sure I didn't break this on the top again, but let's just say she's good enough for me. That plastic that I JB welded might not have, she might be broke, but we're not going to worry about that right now. We're just going to get this back together here. I think we can get this back on, and I don't know, I should be able to get that all fed in there. So this goes this way, yep. Oh, right. Did I get those locking pins put on the sides? Nope. Right there. I had to take these out again. Not for any particular reason, just because it might have been easier. It might have been easier. It wasn't, but it might have been. Perfect. Okay. Now the hard part. Get this headrest back on. I think it's better to go. Actually, that didn't go too bad. That's it. Okay, and then you, how do you work? Oh yeah, you clip at the top, right. Jesus, look at that. I got a headrest. Feed that wire down there. Look at that. I like it. All the way down. Okie dokie, how am I gonna do this? All right, I said I was gonna slide these in here. So I think it would be easier to do like I did, lift these ones up and then pull this whole thing forward to take it off. But when you go to put it on, I think it's gonna be better to do it this way. That's so much better. So I learned a few things on this. Number one is a lot of that bolt at the top, put that together firsthand, and then, but at least it's together. And it's supposed to have a little bit of play to it, I think. Yeah, maybe not that much, but hey, considering it's not jacked way forward now, I can actually sit in this because it was jacked forward a bit because I had that ratchet strap on it to hold it together, but sweet, man. Yeah, you don't know until you try. I mean, it was already broken, so the worst thing we could do is break it even more, and I'd have to just tighten the ratchet strap down. Oh, that's so much better. Mo better. And this strap mark will come out of it eventually. So now I get to go ahead and start this because it's time to finish the oil change. Oil, headrest. Now I just got to reset the thing. So I think to reset this, I don't have my phone. I think you put this in, you put it to on, and then you go 1, 2, 3, and then off. And I think that resets the oil countdown. A good little girl. We still got lots of crunchies in there.
I wouldn't say lots, it's about half full.
Oh. Do you want to fill that up tonight?
You can do it in the morning.
Okay. Hi, Tammy. You're getting a grey nose and grey eyes. Yes. Hi, Tim. Hey. How you guys doing over here? You guys are looking good. How's your guys' water, my friends? Hey. Hey, brother. My brother. Hi, Mr. Handsome Boy. Hey, Willow. I'm gonna need both hands for this, I think. I don't know. That goes in my pocket for garbage. Little buddy. Good morning. So today, oil change on this, and I'm going to grease everything. There's a lot more work that needs to be done to this. Body work. Mostly body work, but there's some few things else we got to do to this. But today's just an oil change and grease it all up. Basic service. Is this the right size? Nope, different size. Yay! Where's that oil coming from? I got a rear main leak. No. That is a later problem. Maybe just like this here. Oh, I hate these oil plugs. These ones are the worst. So I needed that drain pan that's an open top. It fills a lot better than that one. So we'll just let that drain down. Hopefully it'll keep doing its job. But yeah, it looks like this leak here is washing down and spraying all the way back and greasing everything up. So I'll have to deal with that later. Not a big deal. I'll get this power steering oil done right now while we're waiting for that. Well, this is pretty hard to see down in here. Power steering pump. She's a wee bit low. right there. And then there's the hot and then the add. So we're good. That's topped up. So I did finish the oil change on this truck. I had my phone set up in the sun over there and it like over temped and shut down, so couldn't film the rest of it. But oil filter's on. I had to take this boot off, which is just a couple of flathead screwdrivers, and pull it off in order to get it. It's all right where it's supposed to be. So right in the middle of the safe mark there. So I could add a little bit more, honestly, but hey Larry, Rodney butt. I was just up at the dog thing last night, trial training dog herding training. So it was a late night, but we are off to the Cam Farm Market this morning. So we gotta get these guys fed and get on our way. So I don't think there's much going on for this day other than feeding. We got thunder and rainstorms for tomorrow, so probably not much going besides shop stuff. Carrie left his shirt down here. We'll take a look and see if anybody's close to lambing yet, because we're into the nitty gritty for them. So they should be all soon. Hey, Georgia. Silly goose. Invite yourself out, huh? Hi, Goof. What'd you say? What do you say about that? Is it dinner time? You're shedding. You're shedding. Good boy. Hey, brother. Hey, sister. Hey, little brother. That's where you were this morning, little man. I thought you were going to come up here, but you just changed your resting foot. Hi, sister. That hay looks really good now. You good horses. So many udders showing up. Fearless. There's the rain, guys. We could smell it about 10 minutes ago. Now it's raining. Hi, Miss Tilly. You know, let's take this little patch off this year. Hi, Gidget. Hey, Sweet Pea. Hey, Missy. Hi, Moxiesaurus. Oh, Queenie. Hi, Black Sheep. What's up, Ed? It's not your mom. Hey, champ. Hey, champion. What's happening, champion? Oh, attack mom. And she likes it. What was that? Larry bonked his nose. Sorry, bud. You're so handsome. Can I get the grass off your face? Ugh. Can I get the grass off your side? There we go. There we go. Look at you shedding. It's my brother. What are you doing over here? You like it over here at the house? Got a bunch of ravens and crows moving in around here. I saw them making a nest over in the trees behind here, and then two back there. So I'll have to keep an eye on them because they can be a problem for lambing. But yeah, I think we're getting pretty close to lambing checks here. And the tractor's definitely not going to be ready 2 days ago. That's when I was hoping to have it done, but parts were delayed, so nothing we can do about that. And then we had marketing lambs and everything, so sales and moving sheep around, so oh well. I'll get her put together here. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have that pump finished apart and back together, and then everything else should be quick from there on out, I think. So hopefully it'd be nice to have the little tractor working again. What's up with Tilly? Better go check. I miss Tilly. I miss Tilly. How we doing? We got nothing going. Keep an eye on Tilly. Were you in with Freight Train? I think you were. Hi, pretty girls. So we are pretty close to lamb time. Tilly, I'm gonna have to go see when she was in with the train, if she was in with the train or she wasn't in with Manny. I can't remember, honestly. But her going off on her own, that could be the starting signs of this lambing thing. So I'm just in the shop right now. I've got my injection pump all stripped apart. I just got to go ahead and clean it up. And then I can start putting it back together. And I can do it in probably another hour. I'll probably have it finished and ready to go, depending. I hate this crap. So, Jake, you're a silly goose. So I'm gonna go get the cleaning sink or cleaning tub all ready to go, so I can degrease, clean up my injection pump on the tractor. Try and get this finished, because I think we're closer to lambing than I thought. So we made a quick run out to go get hay today, just because we're heading out to get Kiri's tires in Kelowna in 2 more days, so we didn't want to do back-to-back big trips, so we just got hay today. Kind of a last-minute decision. They got lots of crunchies, so we're gonna get these guys fed. It's too dark to have anything running, but we got a windstorm. It's always windy up here. Look at those trees behind you going.
Yeah.
You got a light for me?
Yeah.
Okay.